Alrighty, welcome to round 3 of the Pi Day tournament. I am on a score of 1.5 out of 2, leading the tournament, and I drew David Elkin, who has a 1200 rating. He, I believe, is at his floor. An older fella from Rhode Island. Nice guy. Talked to him a little bit. And I gotta say, I think this is one of the finest games I've played. Very pretty chess, if you want to be honest. Of course, maybe the computer will laugh at me, but I hope you guys enjoy this one, because I was very proud of my performance. Obviously, I'm supposed to win this one, but converting it is a whole nother story. So I get a Jobava, London. Plays the c6 version, which is fine. Play e3. This should look very familiar to game 1. Because these lines are very identical. That's why they look familiar. And what do you know? I chase his bishop. I mean, so at this point, the themes, if any of you are watching my videos to get better, which is crazy, because probably not the guy you should be watching, this is kind of how you do it. He also played h5, I played g5, and yeah, look at this. We basically got I think the exact same position as game 1, 8 moves deep, which is crazy. He plays bishop d3 here. No, he just played the knight. What am I talking about? Oh, I played the bishop d3. Yeah, and here, it's funny. I think the other game I played queen d2, which is accurate. This one I played bishop d3. Is this the exact same position? It feels like it is. I'm also quite tired now. Okay, and h3, knight h3 is the best move here. Really? Bishop h2. Really? I did not know that was a move in this position. I knew queen d2 was a move and bishop d3. Okay, well these are all equal moves. I played the best move. Okay, cool. Then that's fine. Sometimes the chess.com engine is like not the greatest. Alright, anyway, he takes... Whoops. Also, this game, I noticed cats are running around. My opponent is black. Black is supposed to start the clock. He didn't actually start the clock this game, so we're like 10 moves deep, and I look at the times finally, and neither of us has used a single minute. And I'm blitzing at the opening because I know this, like, through these moves, but he wasn't. So I was like, oh, better start the clock. So he probably got like a free 5, maybe even... I don't think it was 10 minutes, but he got at least 5 minutes for free. Which is, fine. I mean, whatever. But he fought for this move, and after this move, he used 2 minutes, but he really used like 7 minutes, He finally takes. And takes is like the obvious move, of course. You do not want to let... Like, if you just do, a random move, you do not want this structure, because, oh boy, you're going to get massacred. This has happened online when people are sloppy. Poppy was sloppy. Anyway, when he takes, obviously now I take with the queen. I'm setting myself up for queenside castle. Life is good. Played knight b6. I thought that he was going to be jumping into c4. This is a really powerful outpost. And it's a really annoying knight because it's attacking some key pawns. I think I was going to just queenside castle into that, to be honest. Yeah. But I start with g6. Because I thought that f6 was force, and then this e6 pawn is a permanent weakness. But he actually surprises me. He plays f5, which I think is much, much worse. Like, he's not actually putting the grips on e4. I'm going to play e4 at some point. And this is just a permanent weakness. And now also my bishop can come to life on g5. So I thought this was already like a mistake by my opponent. I'm actually curious, because at the board I was shocked he played f5. What does the computer say? Yeah, f6 is the right move. Okay, cool. Alright, I know my theory. Yeah, f6 looked reasonable. f5 is just a much, much, much worse move. Alright, I still have some good instincts. It's good to know. Yeah, this is, a whole pawn worse. Oh boy, did I take advantage of this, guys. I was very sharp this game. Sometimes I play a very strong game. However, I start by castling, by queenside castling. I say to myself, like, oh, that's a weird move. Huh. He opened the door to bishop g5. I know e4 is good, by the way. Just for the record, I know e4 is always good. And it was my candidate move for a bunch of moves in a row. I was like, should I play it here? And I was like, no, I can hold it. No, I can hold it. I got, like, greedy, basically, thinking that I always could play it. Yeah. So I queenside castle. He plays queen c... What? Oh, whoops. Queen takes d3, knight b6, knight ge2. Oh, I played that move. Ah, phooey. Ah, phooey. Ah, phooey. Let's just do new analysis. Whatever. Whatevs. Whatevs. I will record it in correctly when I get to it. Alright, well, the good news is I can bang out these moves pretty fast. I know them well. It's just the c6 Jobava. Bishop f5. f3. e6, locking it up. g4. Bishop g6, retreating. h4, h5. g5, knight d7, bishop d3, bishop takes, queen takes, knight b6. Thought he was going to swing on down, and I played here. Ah, yeah. So I thought about queenside castling here. I thought about e4. I thought about a lot of moves. Okay, I played the best move. Knight ge2 is the best move. Okay, cool. I still got it. Knight ge2. He plays bishop d6. He's not really, and the reason why is he's not really threatening to take, because I could just take, and that's why in this position I play g6. Yeah. Okay, and this is where he plays at f5, which just seemed like a bad move. It's the second best move, obviously. I mean, you have to respond to this threat, and taking is suicide, but f6 is clearly better, because then maybe in some potential you're going to play e5. But he plays f5, which is a very bad move. Yeah, okay, cool. Yes. And by the way, he's not threatening to take, because then takes, and like, look at this dominant knight. It's exactly where I want it to be. Instead, he plays f5, you know? I'm like, okay. And this is where, okay, now we're caught up from a minute ago. Yeah, I know e4 is good. There's queenside castle, and queenside castle is good too. And I just think that I have, like, the world is at my fingertips. Queenside castle. Now he plays queen c2. Nah, that makes sense. Queen c7. He's still not threatening to take, for the record, because just like takes, and like he's not doing anything. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, okay, what are my improving moves? Let's move my rook over, because I was like, I'm gonna play e4, and this file is gonna open. His king is in the middle of the board. He can't take, so this is good for me. They like b3 as an improving move. I wondered that. I told them I wondered if I should play that too, like basically as a prophylactic to take away, because I thought I thought this was his best move, for the record. Knight c4. He didn't do it, but actually they like knight a6 here. Oh, they like developing the other piece. Of course. I mean, makes sense logically. The computer likes when you develop your pieces. Anyway, whatever. I play rook de1. He plays knight bd7. He's trying to get his pieces involved in the action. And I play bishop g5. Now, why did I play this move? Pretty clearly, I don't want him to queenside castle. I want to stick his king in the middle of the board. And this move shuts that down. Kingside castling is suicidal with my pawn up here. And if I can lock him in here in the box, I'm threatening e4, and I'll open him up and split him out and spit him out. He plays bishop e7, which doesn't really solve it. I consider two moves. I consider knight f4 and bishop takes. I think knight f4 is stronger. I didn't do that. I played bishop takes. Okay, cool. Those are the two best moves. I actually did play the better move. Yes! My instincts are good. Those are my two candidate moves. Bishop takes and knight f4. Everything else didn't make sense. And I played bishop takes. For the record, I saw this and then takes and this intermitsu hitting the knight. And I thought this was like winning. Yeah, okay, this is just totally winning. Cool. I think the key is if I play here. Yeah, what I saw is he doesn't have to take. Is he has this move. Okay, that's why I didn't play this. Because I thought he just plays queen d6. And now when I trade, he can take with the queen. And I thought with taking the queen, he now actually opens up the chance. Like, I would play e4 here, but I thought he could maybe castle, queenside castle. I thought that maybe he was surviving here. None of this happened. Never mind the analysis. Don't worry about it. Anyway, but I opted for what turns out to be the best move in the position, which is bishop takes on e7. Because now he takes with the king, and look at that, guys. Oh my god, he's going to get massacred. I put off e4 for a bunch of moves, and honestly, finally, I was like, okay, like, it's got to be played. e4 is crying out to be played in this position. It looks so good. Yeah, it's by far the best move. Boom. I hit him with the e4. I think already his position is just trash, just falling apart. But don't worry, guys. I'm about to earn myself the Brilliancy Prize. I am going to get a whole lot of tactical shenanigans going down to Sweet Dixieland. For the record, at this point, I've used 12 minutes. My opponent has used 12 minutes. He was playing pretty fast. But as I've shown, it's not good to be fast if you're playing bad moves. You only can get away with it if you play good moves. Yeah. E4. He plays rook af8. I'm actually curious what his best move was in this position. I really didn't know. It looked bleak. He plays the best move, rook af8. Yeah, it is the best move, rook af8. And I wasn't sure which way I wanted to take. They think I should take... Okay, cool. I did the best. I played the best. And I thought as soon as he showed me that he played the rook on this file, I wanted to take the other way. So I do. I play e takes, and he's in a lot of trouble. If he takes with a pawn, I have some wiggles. Wiggle, like this. Attacks where I'm pinning. Everything is just really good for me. He actually surprised me. He took with a knight. I'm actually curious if he made a mistake here. No, he played the right move. Yeah, he played knight takes. Just so you guys can see, like c takes, like why this move just immediately loses, which is what I was gonna do. Knight b5, and you know, it's like he's getting sauced here. Anyway, so he takes with the knight, and I say, okay. Check. Now he's forced to take, and I literally am like, okay, great. Like, you know, that's fine. What should I do? Move the other knight back. Now my rook is open. Now I'm going to have some fun. And here is where it begins. Batman begins. First off, I'm threatening a knight fork that wins the queen. That is issue number 1 for him. So he needs to stop it. After the game, we realized that his best move is probably knight b6. Whoopsies. Let's reload that. Let's see if that messed up the video. Oh my god. Load previous analysis. Alright, load previous analysis. You know, all is fair in love and war. Yeah, apparently he can maybe hold with queen c4, trading them off, and knight b6. That's what we thought after the game, knight b6, but he doesn't do that. He plays knight f6, and alright, I spent 7 minutes on this move, and I play queen takes pawn. And I have to calculate, because I saw that he might have knight e4, but then I saw, wait, then I can sacrifice the knight, takes, queen takes, he's pinned, I'm going to win it, and I'm going to be up 3 pawns. So I do deep calcs, and I'm like, queen takes, yeah, perfect, look at that. I'm going to earn myself a brilliancy. Boom! Queen takes on f5. Boom. All right? Number 1. I thought that he was going to maybe play knight e5, knight e4, because then it breaks the pin. You can maybe threaten to take, but then I would sack, take, and then win it back. But very quickly, literally within un momento, he plays queen c6. And I'm like, okay, no problem, pin, boom, pins and pins. I'm gonna just pins and needles stack up on this weak square and like ride that sucker to Chinatown. I don't know, whatever the saying might be. He tries to get out of it. He plays king d7. He breaks the pin. I play rook e3. Defending this pawn. I'm also in lines where he slides over. I wanted to overprotect the knight. I thought this was a good move, to be honest. Rook e3. He plays rook c8. He's trying to get some kind of offensive force going. I play the quiet rook he1. Get my last piece involved. It's the way we do things. He tries to get his piece to defend. And I play a beautiful pro-flack move. I love this move. I think it's so good. I play rook 1 to e2, because now I'm free to move my knight, and I'm not going to worry about any mates here, because that rook is always covering. I thought it was the best move in position. Let's see what the computer says. No, it's not. The computer just wants to go king b1. My move is good, though. My move is also good. Apparently a3 is good, too. Okay, no problem. I mean, I'm just winning, but okay. But watch me convert, guys, because I played this one well. I can't really say that. He has no moves. It's a problem. I have a lot of pressure on this pawn. I need to get this knight involved. I was considering lines of like b3, knight a4, so I can jump it to c5, threaten more forks. And he tries to do an active plan of knight g8. He's going to jump to h6 and then get a good square on f5. Attacking the knight, maybe defending these pieces. I think to myself, oh, I don't think that's very good. I play queen e5. My thinking is if he continues with his plan, boom, I win the pawn. He pushes his rook up, and I see this from a distance, and I say, haha, he's not connecting his rooks anymore. Now I have this sacrifice. And I calculated that, but I knew I needed to dislodge the knight first. And again, all this, I was on my A game in this game. Yeah, so queen e5. So now, by the way, this pawn is hanging. It's been hanging for a few moves, but I didn't think it was worth taking. Now I take, because I was looking for a move that, because when he continues with his plan, now because his knight is dislodged from protecting his rook, I have the sacrifice. So that's exactly what happens. Played him like a fiddle. He plays knight h6, and I just sacrifice. I say, boom. The reason why is if he goes queen takes, I go queen takes. He goes pawn takes, I go rook takes. I'm up an exchange and a pawn. And if he just goes there, then same deal. But now the queens are still on the board. And again, because I moved the rook to e2, I'm still defending the mating square. Worth noting that he can't take the f-pawn, as my queen defends too. I was locked in. I was down to like 31 minutes. He had more time than me, but I knew I was going to win this one. Knight takes on d5. He moves back, which makes sense. He doesn't want to lose the exchange. Now the rooks are defending each other. He is threatening to take. And I look at this position, and I play another, what I think is a brilliant move. Again, I when I say that, it makes me sound like a jackass. Hopefully you guys that are watching know what I mean. Like, literally, chess.com gives annotations for brilliance. I thought that I was just playing, like, really powerful moves this game. Because now I play knight f6. Another sacrifice! The idea here is if he takes, and I'm going to sauce him on the 7th. So I like that move, too. I thought that was primo. He should take. Instead, he, I think, makes a mistake here. Well, I mean, the game is pretty much over. But he plays king c7. I always have this move. I saw that this was completely winning. But I thought that I could be clever, take this first with check. And if he moves in, I actually have these takes, and just trade everything. I think everything is winning. I don't know. But, like, I'm just proud of myself. So I take with check. Like, he's got to just give the piece. Probably, and instead he doesn't do that. After knight takes, he goes rook takes, and then I play my rook here, and he resigns. Yeah. What can I say? This was a good one. Yeah, this was a good game. I'm winning the queen, if this is not clear. Yeah. So, um, actually, maybe I did queen check first. No, I don't think I did. All right. Well, whatever. Didn't matter. That's the game. This is gonna be another quick recap. 20 minutes. Let me see. Let me make sure that this stuff is accurate. I played well as the white pieces today, not as much with the black pieces. David Elkin. Anyway, that was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was really on fire for this one. Let's do the game review, as per usual. I'll be very upset, actually, if the game does not give me a high accuracy for this one, because I felt like I was rocking and rolling. 90%, all right. Honestly, I thought I played even better than that, but 90.7 is not bad. Obviously, you know, I'm pretty happy with that, especially because some of my other games were not as good in this tournament. And I got a win. So I'm on 2.5 points. Entering the last round, as long as I drew, I would have won first. So that's cool, you know. I'm very quickly just going to go through. I'm actually curious my mistakes. In the review, it looks like the opening... My opponent didn't know the opening, but he actually played pretty well for a little while, and then he just like completely broke, and I converted this one very well. The computer doesn't actually give me any brilliance, but that was a lot of potential sacrifices I had out there. Just, you know, I'm just saying. All right, here we go. G6, best move, best move, best move, best move, best move. Okay. Oh, interesting. Bishop d3 is not correct. I'm supposed to play... Yeah, I actually did know this one. I told him, actually, after the game, I said I'm supposed to play queen d2 and castles and not trade the bishops. But, well, I messed up. It's good to know. I need to iron that down. Both knight h3 as well as queen d2 are just... And even knight ge2 are just better moves. Okay, cool. This is not as good. And yeah, he has to take. Like, he thought for a long time in this position, but it's the only move. I told him that after the game as well. I said it's the only move in this position. Then he goes wide. I thought that it was because he wanted to jump in here. He never took that outpost. Ge2 is the best move. I played it. They like this move. They like g6. I played it. This was just a mistake. The computer says I can play e4 immediately here. I actually was considering it, for the record. I thought it made more sense to castle first and get the rook over. But the computer says I can just push. Like, I saw this position. And, like, his... Yeah, this is... Okay, this is just super winning. The reason why is if he takes, I actually go knight takes. And, like, the e-pawn is falling. He doesn't have the infiltration as the rook is guarding. And he's actually low on squares as well. So, yeah, this is just already over. Wow. Cool. Actually, I wanted to leave the computer on. So I kind of danced around a little bit preparing these moves. And apparently this isn't accurate. Because he can actually castle kingside. I thought it was suicidal, but I guess his position is just quite bad. His knight 8, d7. They like my move to keep him from castling. Yeah, and like the computer says his best bet, and his position's not even that much worse, is to just like kingside castle into this. I still would have played e4. Yeah, that's what the computer wants as well, to just break it open. But he's got to get his king out from the middle of the board here. They like they like this plan. He takes, and now I play e4. He slides his rook over. They like e takes d5 best. I figured I'd go away from the rook, and this is just good. He does take with the knight. I take. He takes. You know, I actually was looking at this queen a3 move, but I didn't think I was actually threatening to take the pawn because I thought I was going to get my queen trapped. So I wasn't sure what that accomplished. I did calculate this. This is one of my candidate moves in the spot. Queen a3. I mean, apparently if he blocks, then I can play Oh, I see. Because if I can get... I see. Because if I can get rid of this, so it's not... rid of the queen, so it's not eyeing the f4 square for my knight, then I'm threatening to take this pawn, still utilizing the same pin. Right, so his pretty much only move is king d8. Again, and now actually maybe I can take the pawn. Because now I'm dislodging his rooks. But they don't even want that. They just want me to go back to e3 and just kind of clock in. I'm just kind of curious how bad this is. Still, it's good. I can take this pawn now that I moved his king to block the rooks. Okay, interesting. I did calculate some of this, but I just thought that moving the knight back to c3 was winning. But yeah, okay, I actually did calculate those checks because it's funny. I got to this position. I'll say this much. Let's see. This was move 20. I have 40 minutes on my clock. I used 3 minutes in this position actually. No, excuse me. I used 7 minutes. Knight c3. Because I actually did calculate the checks. I wanted to know if it was winning because I saw that like he was kind of like stuck. I wondered if he could run up. Just so you guys can see. Yeah, this doesn't work because I go over here, and then if he takes here, I mean, rook hg1. I mean, this looks miserable for him. I mean, first off, I can just take this pawn. Whatever. Everything is just winning. All right, well, so then he moves the knight over. And I played the best move. It's the flashiest move. I did look at a few others. I looked at, honestly, just not playing any of the nonsense and just, like, doubling up the rooks on the file because he's in such a bad shape. But I thought I saw the killing blow, and it is the best move. He played the best move here, but I played the best move. Cool. That is the best move. Nice. That's good to know. He plays over. Yeah, I wondered actually. Rook e3 is quite good to defend these two, but they actually like pushing it all the way up the board to e5. I guess to prevent him from moving the pawn himself, and he's just like super frozen. So interesting that rook e5 is the best move. Queen g3 is a move as well. I wasn't looking at this, believe it or not. But this made sense to me. The computer doesn't like it as much. Plays his rook over. And again, they like it's funny, they like getting they like just getting the king over. I wasn't so sure about that. I thought it made more sense to just double up, which is basically the best move. He plays the best move here. I like my move here. I mean, I talked about it in the analysis 10 minutes ago, whatever, 20 minutes. This is going to be another 30-minute video, too. Cool. He drops there. They like my move. It's exactly what I did, right? Yeah. I mean, it's just super winning. I'm just trying to wiggle on in, wiggle, 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 and not taking the pawn right away. So it looks like I played all the best moves here. He defends, and now I take the pawn. This is exactly what happened. All right, awesome. He now bounces his knight in, and I sacrifice, and it's the win. All right, I mean, I played really well this game, guys. Sometimes chess makes you happy, and then I played the best move again. I thought it was the flashiest move, knight f6 check, but it's also the best move according to the computer. Knight f4 is good too. That was the other move I was considering, because then like you're threatening to win yet another pawn, and just crash in. But I like this because again I thought he had to take. He didn't take. He moved over. But I thought basically takes and then queen takes on h6. I'm threatening to come in, and these are just going to be checkmates basically. Like this is just really, and I calculated this doesn't work. So I did calculate all this stuff. My calculations were very, very sharp. Oh, and I actually did play the best move as well. I wondered. All right, I didn't know if I should just do this immediately. Rook c3, but it's actually not as good. Oh my god, I played the best move again. I wondered if I made a mistake by not immediately winning the queen, but it looks like this is great. Yeah, he's got to move. I mean, everything is lost. He moves here, and now I place rook c3. Perfect, and he resigns. Cool. Yeah. All right, well, this one I'm very proud of. I mean, okay, he's a 1200 at his floor. Like, I should win this, 98% of the time. Nice guy, by the way. We had a nice chat after the game. I wonder how he did, actually. I guess standings aren't up, right? My last game was the last one to finish, so I didn't even see how people did at the end. I was inputting the games. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this video. Did I do the review? Is it really just 90.7? It looks like I played a lot of the best moves, so I'm surprised. I'm surprised, and like, I mean, this game rating is so meaningless. But, because I thought I played some really fancy looking moves. I thought they were going to earn a brilliance, you know? I was sacrificing pieces left and right, or at least potentially. Alright, whatever. I'm not going to cry too much. I thought I played a very strong game. Sometimes that happens. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this one.